Hey, welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time stopping by, well, I appreciate it. So just after Christmas, I had placed a special order for a Smith Wesson revolver from my local gun shop's website. Well, I went and picked it up yesterday, and let me tell you, it's a beauty. Let's take a look. Alright, so here's the case. Let's open it up. There she is, the Smith & Wesson 500. Now the revolver itself comes with an extra muzzle brake for shooting lead bullets. It came with a sight protector, as well as these locking keys, and I'll show you more about all this stuff later. Like I said, I ordered this from my local gun shop's website. I paid just a little over $1,500, so I got a pretty good deal on it. As far as handguns go, this is definitely the most powerful handgun I've ever owned. I've never shot 500 Magnum. I've shot 454 Casull, 44 Magnum, 50 AE, but nothing quite as powerful as 500 Magnum. So that being said, I'm pretty excited giving this gun a try. So I'm going to take you guys up to the range with me. We're going to put some rounds through it, and we're going to see how she shoots. Now, as far as the ammo I'm going to be shooting today, here I got the full power MagTech 325 grain semi-jacketed soft point, and here I got the 500 grain XTP from Hornady. I've never shot a 500 Magnum before, so what I'm going to do is I'm only going to load one round for my first 5 or so shots, just to get a feel for the recoil. First shot with the 500 Magnum. Oh my God! That was awesome. Try that again. Damn. I'm gonna try this one double action. That's nice. Those single shots, I didn't notice any cylinder skips. I didn't have any problem with handling the recoil. So I'm going to load up a full cylinder of the MagTech, and we're going to unload it. Alright, full cylinder, 500 Magnum. Let's try one of the 500 grain and see the difference in the recoil. Oh yeah, that's kicking. It definitely kicks a lot more, but that's pretty fun. I'm going to shoot one more of the 500 grain. Let's try double action with this one. You definitely feel it a lot more in your hand. Definitely a lot more muzzle rise with the higher grain projectile, which is to be expected. Still really fun. Alright, we're going to load up a full cylinder of the 500 grain. Full cylinder, 500 grain. I'm going to shoot one round, one-handed. Not bad. Let's move on to the accuracy test. I apologize, the target is a little out of whack. It bent in my backpack, so. Alright, 500 Magnum. That's crazy. Oh, missed the target of that one. I love it. I'm going to shoot my last 4 rounds, try to see if I can get any closer to the center of the target. was just shooting a little low. I can adjust that. Man, this thing packs a punch. My hand definitely hurts a little bit after shooting those 500 grain. You can definitely see in the first cylinder it was shooting a little low. I adjusted in the second cylinder in my last 4 shots, and I was getting towards the center of the target. Like I said, the sights are adjustable, so I just gotta adjust it a little bit. Wow, just wow. That was amazing. The fireball coming out of the end of that revolver, that's just incredible. The recoil out of the 325 grains was tame compared to the 500 grain. The 500 grain was hurting my hand after a few shots, I'm not gonna lie. Still fun. It's just nothing that I would want to shoot all day, every day. To be honest with you, when it comes to the MagTech, I could shoot that all day, every day. And to remind you, they are the full power loads from MagTech. I know that MagTech makes light loadings. I would never touch light loadings. I like recoil. If I buy a 500 Magnum, I'm shooting full power 500 Magnum loads all the time. But like I said, with the 325 grain projectiles, the recoil was definitely a lot more tame. When you get up to the 500 grain, you can see the muzzle starting to flip a little bit. But either way, it's very, very fun. What an amazing handgun. Worth every penny that I spent. The biggest downside is the price of ammo. It can range from $40 for a box of 20 to $100 for a box of 20. Depending on the brand, the weight of the projectile, the type of the projectile, the price can vary. The MagTech that I was shooting was about $39.99 a box. The Hornady was about $69.99 a box. So now, let's take a closer look at the Smith Wesson 500. So when it comes to the size of the cartridge itself, for comparison, here we got 9mm, that's your standard 9mm Parabellum, 9mm Luger. Here we got 357 Magnum, 44 Magnum. This is 50 AE, so that's what the Desert Eagle shoots. And here's your 454 Casull, okay? And this is your 500 Magnum. No disassembly and reassembly in this video, obviously, but I'm going to give you guys a closer look at the Smith Wesson 500. This has the 4-inch barrel. Really, it's about 3 inches and then 1 inch of port. You're not getting any rifling out of this last inch, so realistically it's 3 inches, but technically it is a 4-inch barrel. Really solid design. This is the Smith & Wesson's X-frame revolver. It's got a really nice finish on it, as to be expected from a brand new revolver. Cylinder comes out pretty smooth, has really nice timing. The trigger pull is really nice and crisp, and the single action trigger pull is very, very light. It's not too light, but it's light enough to where you're not going to flinch that much with the single action. It came with these polymer grips here, which actually do help a lot with keeping a good grip on the gun. I wouldn't want any plastic or wooden grips that didn't give me a nice texturing, because it does help with the recoil. You know, it's your standard double action, single action revolver, so if you just pull the trigger, okay, it's going to fire, but you can also engage the hammer with your thumb and then fire it that way. When it comes to beginners, I would never put this gun in the hands of a beginner. I see a lot of videos on YouTube where people are hitting themselves in the face, double shots because of the recoil. You want to make sure if you're letting someone shoot this for the first time, only load 1 round in the gun. Accidents can happen, and you don't want to play around with a gun like this. Like I said before, this is Smith & Wesson's X-frame revolver, their biggest frame size for a revolver. Comes in 500 Magnum, 460 Magnum, and 350 Legend. Now 350 Legend is a hunting caliber, straight-walled rifle cartridge, but they engineered the X-frame revolver to accept the 350 Legend with the use of moon clips. Now the most powerful is clearly the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. 460 falls just behind. Now you can hand load the 460 pretty hot, close or to greater power than the 500 Magnum. But baseline, the 500 Magnum shoots heavier lead, and it's just a little more powerful. Same with the sight protector. You can put this on your sights to protect them from any wear and tear, any dings, any bangs. But I really don't use them. I keep them in a case. I keep them in a pretty protective case, so I don't really need that. Now, the manual says if you're shooting non-jacketed bullets to change the muzzle brake and put one of these on. I don't think it really matters that much. You can shoot non-jacketed bullets out of this muzzle brake just fine, so I don't know. It's just an extra piece of equipment. The 500 Magnum is the most powerful production handgun in the world. Now, I'm not counting the 500 Bushwhacker and other cartridges like that require a custom handgun to shoot. As far as a handgun you can order online, you can go to a gun shop and buy, it's the 500 Magnum is the most powerful. These guns are not as popular in popular culture as, say, the Desert Eagle, but they still are pretty popular because of how powerful they are. As you know, Kentucky Ballistics loves the 500 Magnum, as anyone should. It's a fantastic cartridge. You might have seen the 500 Magnum in video game series such as Resident Evil or Call of Duty, or possibly in TV shows like Sons of Anarchy. You might recall a scene in Sons of Anarchy where Jax has to use a 500 Magnum to break through a bulletproof windshield. Now that's pretty cool, but that's fiction. This is real. Well, that's it for this video. I appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.